Sweet Diddy.
Sweet.
Sweet titties.
Sweet.
Titty and Diddy. Diddy with the titties.
Sweet.
So, like I was saying earlier, before I was rudely interrupted by technology, hippos, like a male hippo, will fuck the other male hippo after he beats his ass, and then bite the tail off, or the other way around. One of the way. Either way, the tail gets bitten off, and the anus gets penetrated by the other hippo.
So you're pretty much describing San Quentin.
Yes, that's the establishment of dominance on a primal level.
San Quentin.
That's what happens to Diddy whenever he tries to like control some shit. I'm like, hey, do you want that again? And he's like, no, please no. And I'm like, that's what I fucking thought. And then he runs off and hides.
I think he's having delusions of grandeur.
It's grandeur. It's grandeur. Oh man. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about, I guess there's some shit on my mind. And this podcast is mostly for us.
It is.
Fuck y'all. That's how I'm feeling right now, don't. But so for those of you that don't know, how do you fucking start this one here? This is gonna suck. So my girlfriend at the time and I, we were together. Everything was cool. She got pregnant, and recently, I guess despite efforts on my part and her part, but we weren't able to stay together. But the biggest loss in that whole thing was, we lost a kid, and it's kind of it's shitty in the regular reasons, like how you would typically understand, like how you would typically expect, I suppose. But it sucks because if anybody knows me personally, they know that I've wanted a kid like my entire life. Since I was like 17, I wanted a baby. Yeah. And then at some point, I adopted my ex's child, and I love her, and then I at that point she became my kid. She started acting like me and taking my qualities, and then over time, like everything, she became my kid in every way, in every way that matters. And I love Kayliana more than I love anybody, like by far. So when she got pregnant, and at first, I ain't gonna lie, like I didn't handle it well. I showed my ass a little bit. And mostly because I had already given up that dream, and I didn't want to have hope leave room for hope to seep back in just to get it fucking yoked away again, and that's exactly what happened. I conceded at some point, and I was like, all right, we're having a baby. Okay, cool. I'm gonna make a small Spartan. This child is gonna be a fucking demigod. Like this, I don't care male or female. This kid right here is gonna be fucking awesome. So I cast some runes about it, and like everything was. I saw things the way I wanted to, and there hasn't been a heartbeat in a while ever. Yeah. So and there should have been. So, but yeah, so like that's. I don't know. I was just thinking about it, and I don't know if. I guess my ultimate question is: should you allow hope to seep in, and when? Because if you go off of this story alone, you would say fuck no. Like having hope. That's the only because if I didn't allow it, if I shut myself off to hope,
almost seems like a weakness.
Yeah, If I'd shut myself off to hope, I would have never felt the way I did.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, well, I didn't think it was gonna happen. Anyways, I'd be good. But I allowed it to happen, and then fucking shot in the chest.
Yeah, and brother, you're my best friend, man. And I never lie to you, bro. I try to keep it 100 with you. We try to do it with each other, no matter how much it may, not hurt feelings or anything. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Be uncomfortable.
Yeah, be uncomfortable. Yeah. But and I've told you before, bro. I think this is better for you, man. Honestly, bro.
Yeah.
I really do, bro. And I'm sad. I'm more sad because this isn't the first time that's happened to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this has happened a couple times.
This is now the second time, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, that's the part that makes me a little bit more sad. But, you know, I do think you're gonna have a kid one day, bro. I do think. So expectations, bro. You know, when I talk to my sponsor, bro, he says like one of the key things to mess up people's like, just everything is like expectations, bro.
Yeah, and that, aka hope.
Yeah.
And that's my ultimate question. Like,
Yeah.
because hope has also toppled, you know, regimes and fucking changed the world. You know, America exists because of somebody had hope.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
somebody became president and labeled their fucking campaign hope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So hope is definitely a tool, but at what point is hope just a gamble with your emotions like everything else? Is anything not a gamble?
I mean, that's a really good point, bro. I think that you can't, like, it's bro, it's a roll of the dice, you know, because like love, you know, that's a beautiful, you know, it's love, you know.
Yeah.
But it can also bring about some of the worst, you know, and even though it's a mythological story, bro. Well, I guess we're kind of sure it is, but the whole story of Troy, Helen of Troy.
Yeah.
You know, thousands of people getting slaughtered because one dude was in
one
love.
person in love. Yeah.
You know, crimes of passion. You know what I mean, bro? Like, that's love going all the way to the other opposite end of the spectrum to where it becomes violent. You know, but it's still a good thing. It's just not. I don't know, bro. You said something.
Is it just a representation of nature, though?
It's representation of nature. And you said something the other day, bro, about violence. You know, like, as humans, bro, we like to separate things in our mind and say, oh, this is good and bad, because that makes us feel better.
Yeah.
But it's just a thing. It just is, bro.
Yeah. It's like, I use the snake analogy. So basically, in my mind, if a snake is a snake, right? Mm-hmm. Neither good nor evil. I see violence the same way. Violence is a thing. It's just a part of our existence, a part of everybody. Every animal in the world partakes in some form of violence, and we try to demonize it as if it's the worst thing in the world. Now, realistically, are you gonna get out of it if you demonize it? All peace. It's not happening,
right?
Dude. It's not. It's not gonna happen. So at some point, you need to accept the fact that, you know, violence is here to stay. Violence is what it's a mosquito. It's you know, a mosquito isn't bad. They just we hate them. But are they really doing it to hurt you? Or are they doing it to live? Yeah.
That's a good point.
Sometimes violence is just, it is. Sometimes it's not a malicious act. It's just a thing.
It's just there. You know, it's like, bro, when them huge ass like tornadoes or hurricanes happen, and I know, and I'm not, you know, yes, it's a tragedy that people die and a bunch of, you know,
yeah.
You know, it's not good anytime human lives are lost, but we treat like earthquakes and hurricanes and stuff like they're inherently evil.
Yeah.
Because they inconvenience us.
I'm not a meteorologist or anything, but what do you think the effect would be if we never had earthquakes or tornadoes anymore?
Yeah, bro.
If earthquakes stopped, do you think that the Earth we would still be here?
Right.
I don't even know if meteorology is the right fucking science to discuss this topic. But
well, bro, that's really funny because like the Earth is way older than we are, and we've been here for like you always say, bro, like a little smidge of the Earth's history, and then we expect. That's like a pimple popping up on your face and expecting you not to pop it. Yeah. You know, like,
ooh, the fingers are so evil. It's like, what are you doing here, though? And that goes to like our false sense of grandeur.
Yeah.
Like, we think we are better than we are. We think we matter more than we really do.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not gonna apologize for this.
Oh.
So this is something that's gonna piss people off, but at the end of the day, it's true. We don't matter as much as everybody think. If whoever's listening to this, you matter a little bit less than you think you do, and that's all right. Like, you should feel good about yourself. You should know that you do matter, but just make sure it's scaled properly.
Yeah.
We are one little tiny thing on a tiny thing in a tiny thing, and then you got the system in itself isn't really big. It's big to us, but we're small.
Yeah.
Then you have the whole galaxy, and how much smaller do we need to get
before
we regulate our sense of self. An ant to us is tiny, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to them, the world is just big.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't see themselves as small. They see us as whatever the fuck they see us as, gods or fucking who knows if they're even, you know, intelligent enough to do that. But there's something else out there creating its version of a podcast discussing humans right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, do they even know that
Right,
they
is
exist?
that-
Like, do humans even have math? Like,
yeah.
Like, what are they talking about? So all I'm saying is this: understand that your life is important to you, and on our scheme of things, yes. But the grand scheme of things, and when I say grand, I'm not talking a country or a fucking, or even a planet, or a system. I'm talking galactically.
Yeah.
We are not that big a deal.
Yeah.
We're really not. What are we doing? We can't even leave this fucking place, dude.
Yeah. Bro, you're totally right, bro. And I think, you know, you're getting at a good point. And, like, people, the whole human race, bro, everyone can use a little bit more humility, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We need more humility, bro, because, like, we got to the point that we don't, and it might sound cliche, but it's true. You know, we got to the point, bro, we realize, we don't realize anymore that we're a part of this planet. Like, we literally are a part of this planet. We're a functioning organ of this planet.
Yeah. We think that, we forget that we're tenants here, though.
Exactly.
You know, we are the tenants here. The landlord, you ain't the landlord.
Exactly.
You ain't the landlord.
You know?
It's funny because we have this sense of ownership over land. That's a funny fucking concept.
That is pretty funny.
Oh, I went and bought some land. Now, listen, I want to buy land, but I'm not going to fool myself into thinking I own this land, because I don't actually. Anybody that owns land doesn't really own the land. You pay the government to pretend to own it. That's really what's happening. That's it. And then they don't even really fucking own it. Because what if, like I said, I think it was last episode, what if somebody came down here and was like, hey, we built all this.
Right.
So, thank you. You know,
right,
go ahead and head on out. Like, you're a tenant on the earth. The earth isn't your tenant.
Bro, let's get into that, because that's good. So, like, that goes in a false sense of control, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's a false sense of control, because you may own that land. Well, like you said, you may own it, but you bought it. You know, that doesn't, you know, a tornado can rip through there and tear everything apart, bro.
Then who says it? Yeah.
You know?
Then who says it? You could have a fucking sinkhole, you yoke up fucking 10 of your fucking 15 acres,
mm-hmm.
and then whose land is that? Oh, that's your hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can have that hole. Or if a fire comes through. That's all reminders that we somehow forget that the earth is in control of itself.
Yes.
Listen, the earth has its own form of a heart. If you think about it, this is how I see it. I think the earth has the core is its heart, right? And anything with heat has energy, produces energy. Energy is, in my opinion, energy is the lifeblood of everything, right?
Yep.
So in terms of like, I don't know. It's so big I can't even find words for it. But heat is energy. Energy is everything, right? So if the earth is creating its own heat, it's alive. That's what my main point is. It's alive.
Yeah.
It's alive.
It
breathes.
It literally is. Yeah.
It breathes via fucking trees.
Yes.
We breathe that shit off of a tree.
Yes.
We are parasites.
Yes.
Accept that. Whether we're symbiotic or not is up to us, I think, at that point. And right now,
we're not.
Yeah.
Bro, I think you have a great point too. Like, so I think it would help people if you could think about it like this. Like, your body, all the amazing, like, your body's amazing. It does amazing shit without you even knowing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All that amazing, cool stuff, you know, times that by 10 with the earth. So the earth is like a more macro version of your body.
Yeah.
You know, so much great shit going on. Like, you don't even, it's all interconnected. You know what I mean? And you're interconnected into that. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not, you're interconnected into that. Because when you die, you're going to get recycled back into that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and used for energy. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think if we realize that, bro, and because, you know, we're humans, bro, so we can only relate things to our human way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, if we look at it like that, bro, you know, I think people I don't know, bro. Hopefully would appreciate it more. And you think you would appreciate it more because this is the only one that we have right now.
Yeah.
Where the hell are we
Yeah.
gonna go, bro?
You know, it's funny that you relate humanity and and the earth together, and you equate them. I guess not, but you definitely equate them. And if you think about it, I don't know if anybody's ever seen this, but you can Google it. A placenta, I think cut. I can't remember how they cut it, but it looks like a tree.
That's awesome.
Your lungs, the inside of your lungs, look like a
That's
tree.
awesome. Your
And
brain.
and what are your lungs? What are the let's say, I'm trying to make it easier for people. Okay, so say the little branches of the inside of your lungs, they're called branches for a reason.
Wow.
And what do? The same thing that branches fucking do. Ultimately, I mean, they do the same thing. They still produce air of some variety, whether it be CO2 or not. Trees do the same shit. It is built to be a symbiotic relationship. It stops being one when we fucking pour concrete on everything. We pave everything. We fucking disassociate ourselves with nature and existence and regular real life shit because we need to be up a fucking screen's ass constantly, dude. We have to be constantly fucking I gotta be entertained. This is all we do it to ourselves. And at some point you get what you pay for. You're gonna pay for this at some point.
Yeah. Brother, I don't think this is like I don't think this is new news, but people aren't gonna like it anyway. So like you said, you're talking about the symbiotic relationship, and like, so we got cells in our body, and we need them, but what happens when a cell grows out of control? It's a cancer. We're just that.
That's
what we are right now,
and
bro.
Honestly, like, we saw that. I don't really suggest that people watch this, but remember that that documentary they were talking about how so we watched this documentary. It's called Above Majestic, and it's a lot of woo shit in it, but there's a lot of good shit in it too, because they talk about the lizard people and all that shit, but there is a portion of it where there's a large portion of it where it's some deep, like, seriously good shit. One of the points they get on is they talk about collective consciousness, and they're like, if we don't upgrade our collective consciousness, everybody knows the road we're going down.
Yeah,
everybody knows. Do you think that this shit is built to last? It's only built to last if we build it to last, and we haven't been. When we hit the industrial age, we were done.
Yeah,
we were done. There's realistically, unless we stop this nonsense, bro, we fight about every and anything, and if there's not somebody else out there to fight, we fight amongst ourselves about any and everything. We'll make it into any and everything, and people that lack any morals, push that to fuel their agendas.
Yep. That's the crazy thing too, Bam, because like people get on there, they get on Facebook, and they sit there and talk about everyone's stuck on the race thing, black, white, bro. If you think if everyone was the same color on this planet, it'll still be violence, it'll still be the same issues, guaranteed.
You'd fight about something. You'd fight about shades of color, or fucking.
We do that
hair
now
length,
anyway.
Or
light skin, dark skin. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, oh, you got good hair, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're Irish, you're Italian. I mean, people need to stop fronting, bro. Like one race or is more noble, or no, bro. You're a human being. You do shitty shit. We all do, bro. It doesn't matter. Like that kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Yeah, it pisses me off often. Here, think about it like this. Say hypothetically, I am A positive. Say you're A positive, right? For blood type, not some weird disease. All right, Diddy's losing blood. He needs a blood transfusion, right? I have clean blood. I have the same blood type. If we're so different, I shouldn't be able to give him my blood.
Real talk.
That's the fuel of life, right? In the human body at least. So if I can give him my blood, what difference is there at that point? Other than my penis size is a little bigger than his. But other than that, other than the real small things, you know what I mean?
Grandeur, delusion.
The really small things. Other than that, what's the big difference?
Yeah.
But seriously, like, real shit.
Come on, man.
Stop looking for fucking. This goes back into our last topic about identity. Yeah, I'm gonna identify as a beep, 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 whatever it fucking is, and then the other person's like, "Oh, I want to identify as the other thing," and then you let's fight. Okay, Fuck.
It's stupid, bro.
You're stupid. You're stupid. If you allow fucking what's going on right now to fuel your fucking hatred that you didn't even have beforehand, because how many of you didn't have hatred for another race prior to this? How many? Now you got some. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You just allowed somebody on TV, on media, which we fucking I'm trying to condemn as much as possible anyways.
To manipulate.
To fucking tell you what to hate.
Yep, and move you around like a piece on a chessboard, because that's what's happening.
How do them strings feel? They feel good? You just like being fucking just walked along? Fuck, man, cut your strings and shoot your master.
Yeah.
I think fucking, what's his name? Killer Mike said that shit. He said, kill your master.
Yep.
That applies to everybody of every race, of any fucking gender, of any fucking whatever you are, whatever country you're from. Stop letting other people fucking tell you and push you along like you're a fucking chess piece, because that's what you are.
And bang, that goes along with the humility you talking about in the beginning of the episode. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
Just get over it, bro. Like, get over yourself. Like, everyone loves science is like the religion of today, right? So, it is real science that everyone's DNA is 99.99% the same. That's fucking.
Is that enough?
Come on.
Is that enough? Do we need 100%? Like, what? How many more percents do we need? How many more? Because there's not many left. I mean, fuck, there's not even one left at that point. You're at a portion of one. How many more does it take for you to be like, hey, this person's the same as me? They may have grown up and have a different outlook on life and da-da-da-da, but ultimately, what's the real difference?
Yeah.
The realest shit, I'm so fucking blessed that I lived a very varied life.
Yes.
I can't think. I don't even know who to fucking thank for it, honestly. But let me explain. I've lived in the hood. I've lived in trailer parks. I've lived in the city, like a nice neighborhood. I've lived in the suburbs. I've lived in the country. I've lived every fucking form of life that you can live, other than projects. But I've, close enough, I suppose. But I've lived every type of life growing up in the span of from 11 to 17 years old. Now that's, to me, I got the golden ticket.
Yeah.
Because I am blessed enough to have seen the world, at least my small version of it, but a varied version of it.
Yeah.
You can go 3 miles in any direction and get a whole different perspective. No matter where the fuck if you're in a city, you can go 3 miles in any direction and get an entire different perspective of life. And then if your mind is open to it, you can learn some shit and you can develop yourself better. But if you want to live in your fucking echo chamber because it's comfortable, because you're too much of a coward to get out of it and go listen to somebody else's perspective without letting your emotions get involved, then you're going to stay there. You're going to stay where you put yourself.
Yep. Trash.
This is your choice. This is all your decision. If you decide to fucking cement your legs in a place that's nice and comfortable, you'll never grow.
Yep. And that's the funny part, bro, because people will sit there and people will act like it's almost like a front, bro. Like, people will act like they want the diversity, and they want, people are really scared to see the fact that someone else, might be just like me if they're a different color,
Yeah.
that it doesn't matter, bro. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, that white person might be, poor too. They might be struggling too, bro. They might have issues too. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
But the hypothetical you has identified as being the only race, gender, fucking nationality, whatever, to own that life. So, like, a country dude can't be anything else, right? Can't be anything else. In his mind, he's like, well, fuck, man, this is me. Now, if another person comes from another race, now listen, I've seen it happen before, so I'm not saying this is across the board, but if another dude comes in and is like, starts riding around on fucking, in big stupid trucks and doing all that whole thing, somebody will get upset because they think they own that, and that applies to their arrogance. You don't own anything.
Right.
At all. You don't own anything.
Right.
One of the main reasons that kids are so valued is because that's something that's actually yours.
Right.
You don't own it, but it's yours. It's the only fucking thing, dude. I don't own any of this shit. I bought all of it, and on paper I own it. I don't own any of this shit, dude.
Right.
None of this is mine. None of it's mine.
It's not. If anything, everyone should just realize that they're borrowing it. You're borrowing the air right now.
You borrow your fucking time.
That's it, bro. it's annoying, bro. People act like we want diversity and love it. We only use it as an excuse to even, you know, hate each other more,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And that's bull, bro.
Yeah. It's funny. You borrow your time. Your time isn't even yours.
It's not.
Nothing.
It's
Dude,
not.
your time, your existence doesn't belong to you.
It's not.
Why the fuck do you think some cultural norm belongs to you?
It's not something created, something fabricated, bro. Because I mean, if we want to be real, bro, this is all American code. This is none of this is any of our cultures.
Yeah. Yeah, not a single bit of it. And honestly, most people can't even trace back to have one of their cultures. I am an anomaly because I'm about 50-50. And that's rare. Like, I'm roughly 50-50, right, genetically. And I'm rare. Think about that. 50-50 is rare. A regular mutt is rare, bro.
Real talk.
What are the rest of the people?
Hey, bro, let's just make them mad today, bro.
I don't care. Fuck y'all. How about that?
Look,
Fuck you.
if you're in America, you're a mutt.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't no breed, no pedigree.
You're not no master race.
Yeah.
Your lineage doesn't matter.
You're
Your
a mutt.
fucking ancestors don't matter. They wouldn't be proud of you anyways.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
You're a mutt. You're
Yeah.
mixed. I don't care who you are, what you are. You're mixed somewhere down the family tree. You got black, white, Indian, whatever in your family, bro. America is the land of mutts. It's the
Yeah.
land of.
And honestly, that's why we own this bitch.
Yeah, and that's a
why,
good thing.
And own. That's why, not physically own, but that's why we are
doing
as
good.
successful as we are.
Yeah.
It's because we were initially diverse, now divided. We're divided. We're fucking divided, dude, and we like it. So, fucking enjoy it. I'm not gonna do it though.
We were diverse and then dived into division.
And then we're diverse boys that were divided into divisions. Divisibles. We're divisible by division. Just start fucking dropping D's.
No, that's real talk though, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's better that way, bro. Like that. Everyone wants to talk about evolution. That's evolution.
You want to evolve? Fuck somebody that's not the same color as you.
That's
And make
evolution,
them
bro.
pregnant. That's how you evolve. And then when that kid grows up and is at fucking age, they fuck somebody that doesn't look like them. And then on and on and on until, guess what? We're all gray at that point.
You know, and then that's what you want anyway. So
Yeah. G59 the set, boy. Shout out to the suit.
you all want us.
Shout
to
out to
be the
dollar sign Uasai boy dollar sign.
same color.
But seriously, that's a funny thing talking about them. So Suicide Boys is a rap group I'm obsessed with, unhealthily obsessed with. But they have their set. You know how every rapper's got a set. Their set is gray, right? It's gray 5'9". I guess 5'9's I don't know what that fucking the numbers stand for, but maybe the 5900 block of wherever they live. Anyways, on two sides, from what I understand, on two sides of this channel of water, they're two completely separate groups that hate each other, and they hated that. So they're like, we're gray. We're not gonna pick a side. we want to be, they don't really shoot for unity, but they're not gonna be divided either. And I fuck with that.
That's
honestly.
real talk. That's real
I
talk.
fuck with it. I'm not gonna. I fully agree, dude. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me how to fucking divide myself. I'm divided internally anyways. You think I got time to fucking... I don't even know... Most days, we were talking about this in the car. Most days, I'm remotely viewing myself walk through the world anyways.
That's pretty cool. This is pretty cool though.
I don't have time to fucking... To worry about your race or your fucking... I don't fucking care, dude. I don't care. Are you a fuckboy? That's it.
Real
After
talk.
that, I don't care. Are you a fuckboy? But to talk about my remote viewing thing, so I don't know if anybody else has experienced this or does experience it, but if you do, please comment. By the way, comment,
This shit
please,
is
guys. We
weird.
need y'all to comment on these fucking posts. For some reason, YouTube cares. So I don't know. They care. So I have this weird thing where I routinely remote view myself, and when I say that, it's like a third party perspective. Like if you've ever played video games, it's like third person view. Like I'm viewing myself from like roughly up here. Now, not visually, I see the same things that y'all see, assuming that we share an objective reality. But I see my hands in front of me, right? But my consciousness, my presence, I guess, not use too much of a woo-woo word,
Yeah.
is somewhere behind me. So sometimes when I'm cussing somebody out or doing something, I'm sitting in the back like this. I'm like, oh my God, please stop, Josh, stop it, and I just keep going. Or most of the time I'm just hoping that I'm not fucking up, or I'm not gonna watch myself fuck up. And honestly, it's liberating in a way, because I don't have much control, but it's also kind of fucking terrifying for the same reason,
But bro, the fact that you can do that, right? If there is anything that people would say, that would want to make us feel like we're special as humans, that would be it, bro. The fact that you can be aware of doing that, bro, and because I don't think most people would even try to, they probably would have a little glimpse of that awareness and then ignore it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
Yeah, but the fact that you're doing that though is, I don't know. I think if it's like, not to get woo woo, but if consciousness and all that stuff were to grow, bro, like and can keep evolving and getting bigger, the awareness would get bigger. Your awareness, the fact that you're aware of that, you doing that is kind of good, bro.
Yeah, and I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit.
Yeah.
But I see your.
I know. Yeah.
You know what I'm about to say too.
Yeah, I know.
I don't see it as
a good thing.
I don't know, man, because it's. Okay, so I'm going to tell the story again, Diddy. So, when I was a kid, my mom was an amazing nail technician. I mean, fucking obnoxious. So good, so much so that she ended up getting, they asked her to go on the news. So, she's on, I don't know, the 8 o'clock news or some shit at night. And I remember watching her, and I was so proud of her. I was like, man, please just don't fuck up, Like when you watch somebody and you're like, oh, God, please don't fuck up, but you're very proud that they're there. It's like when you're watching a show and somebody's about to do something cringy and you're like, please don't. And that's what it's like for me watching myself. I'm like, oh God, please don't embarrass you. Please don't embarrass yourself. Please. And then I just hope, it's kind of like roll the dice and hope that this doesn't turn out bad.
Daniel,
what's up,
brother? I think what you're doing, bro, and this is in rehab too, bro. They were talking about this, bro, about the difference between responding and reacting. What you're doing, bro, with people, because I do that sometimes too, bro. That self-awareness is it's almost too much sometimes. You know what I mean?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, but the fact that you're doing that, bro, is it enables you to be able to respond instead of react, bro. Like, instead of doing like the animal, like if we were to mess with Artie right now, which is the cat, shout out to Artie,
don't take that back.
She would just react, you know what I mean? She wouldn't have and I'm not saying any, I love animals, but she wouldn't be able to have the self-awareness to respond, you know what I mean? Look at her face. But
she's sorry, she stepped on my balls.
And I think when things happen to most people, I'll use myself as an example, because I know, bro, I'm trying every day to learn how to, respond instead of react. Because when something happens, most of the time I just react, and that's just, automatic, like a, robot. But that having that self-awareness, bro, I think will enable you to be able to think about the decisions. Like, that's what you're doing inherently, bro.
And that, that I never thought about that. Like, I've always known that there was, this has been going on since I can remember. I've always known that there was good in it at some point somewhere, being like hyper self-aware, but it also breeds.
It sucks.
It does suck, dude. It breeds a lot of like self-doubt and fucking, self-consciousness. And sometimes I'll doubt myself when doing stuff that I do all the time. Like, like every day I go out I do a muscle up on the rings every day. Pretty much. Every day I'm like, am I gonna be able to do this? Where did that come from? I've done hundreds of them, but I'm always nervous. Like, that's just one example of a thing that I know I can do, but I'm so self-aware that I become self-conscious.
You
know. So I guess there's a caveat to every ability.
No, it's
What's
funny
up,
though, bro? Because Bam, tell him I'll be doing simple stuff, bro. You'll ask me to screw in something for a table, right?
Yeah, you're like, God damn it!
You can do it, right? I can do it, but I'm so self-conscious and aware. I'm messing up on something as simple as that. Like, I'm like, do I have control of my hands? Am I doing it? Right?
That's. I think that comes from thinking too much.
That probably, That's
like righty tighty. Wait, righty tighty isn't facing the thing or facing away from it, or Like what's right?
Like
What's
brain
right?
farts.
Is right even right? Like when they screwed this in, did they, like you start doing all, like when they made this, did they do the threads and the, you do too much. Just turn the fucking thing right, bro. That's it. Fuck all that other stuff. Who cares how they made the shit? But I feel you.
I'm
Because
like watching myself do it, bro.
I'm on the same type of time, just on a different subject. Luckily, I've found a really good way to hide most of it. So, so most of the time, people don't even know I'm fucking losing it. I'm like, like freaking out. But I just, oh yeah, just whatever, dude. You know, I just get up there and do it. But at the time, I'm like, oh my God. Every day I go and train. I have clients, right? I go to work and I train them and And I like, if I tell somebody, you know, there's a thing in personal training called cueing. Cueing is literally what it sounds like. You just tell somebody to do something by using a posture or something.
Oh, okay.
So I would tell you to put if I was trying to get you to go your shoulders back and your chest out, I would say adopt a proud posture. Everybody knows
Right.
that's a proud posture, right? So that's a part of cueing. But the funny thing is sometimes I find myself panicking. I'm like, what do I call it? What do I call it? What do I call it?
Yeah.
Like knowing damn well what it is, and it's not new shit to me. But
Yeah.
I'll freak out because your mind just starts fucking. It's like falls down a hill.
Yeah.
You're like, stop for a second. Fuck.
Bro, maybe we can give, like, it's like the awareness you have when you're about to, like, during public speaking.
Yeah.
Except all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
It's kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah. Diddy, something's going on with your mic, dude.
It is. Can you hear me? Is it good?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hold on.
Is it better?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay.
I heard a little like.
Me too. Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, just real quick though, you mentioned the rings banging. I just want to say, like, and I'm not trying to discredit nobody, but yo, the guys that lift weights and do all that stuff, bro, get on them rings and see how that stuff is hard, man.
Yeah, I think it honestly, like and this shows
somebody farted.
Yeah, it smells horrendous. It smells terrible. I don't want to cut because I don't want to have to fucking do that. So we're just gonna let it ride.
Ride out.
Hopefully it's not shit.
Ride it out.
But yeah, I think ring training, just calisthenics training in general, is kind of like it's got a stigma on it. But again, this is something that, you know, you can unlearn. You can definitely, and this ties into having a more open mind about stuff, you know. And I suffer from it too, because I hate CrossFit. I hate it, and I don't want to do it. But there's got to be some kind of benefit to it. There has to be. But I don't want to fucking do it. So I get it if people are like, no, it's just not my thing. And that's cool. But you should fucking try to do a regular dip on the rings and just see. Just see how much different it is than doing the dip on bars, you know. But not to digress a little bit, we'll have a fitness episode at one point where I fucking basically just
go in, take
off. But yeah, man, I don't know, dude. That's the shit I've been struggling with lately, you know. And the regular worries and stuff, you know. And I don't know what the full moon did to me last night, but it was fucking rough. And you know, it's weird. Speaking of that, I saw this, or I listened to this podcast. I think it's Rune Soup. I think it's called Rune Soup. RUNE Soup. But a really fucking cool podcast. And really, I mean, if for anybody that's into astrology, you should probably, I don't think it's good for people that don't know anything about it, like me. But if you're into it, it's a good fucking fire ass podcast. But they're talking about, they were asking this guy, I don't think the whole podcast is about rune or about astrology, but this one episode was. And he was talking about, he got an expert who literally does astrology for a living. It shows you can do anything that you want to do for a living. He makes a good living, dude. He makes more than us doing astrology. Anyways, he's an expert, right? So he's sitting there talking about how this is going to suck, but he's talking about how Mars being, you know, by Aries and all these things that I don't fucking sciencey shit that I don't get. But what I got from it was that things are going to get harder before they get better. And this ties into what we were just talking about. If you don't find a way to undivide yourself or unify yourself with your neighbor, these hard times are going to be harder. You can go through hard times by yourself and suffer like a motherfucker, or you can try to find a friend And honestly, finding a friend in a different, in a different walk of life than you is one of the most valuable things you can fucking have, dude.
Yeah. And you know what? It's funny you said, because, like, try to go through hard times by yourself. Like, everything we have today, the human race, that would not have happened if, tribes, then they built cities and all that. You know what I mean? So we inherently work better together. That's common sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's funny because we got, we always talk about that too, bro. We got so good at it. We worked together, fought against animals that are much stronger than us, much faster than us, came together and then found stupid reasons to split apart.
There's no one else that's a challenge anymore.
So now we got to pick fights with each other.
Yeah, we got to fight each other. What's the most dangerous animal you can hunt? Oh, a person.
Yeah.
That's it. So now we find ourselves fighting ourselves because we have no other enemy. That's why 9/11, the whole 9/11 thing worked so well.
Yep.
Is because it unified the country against another fabricated enemy.
Yep.
Don't even try me either. Because don't even fucking do it. Don't even do it, dude. Don't do it. Same thing with the Taliban. Don't do it.
We in here now.
I'm not gonna be convinced that those wars were fought for what they were fought for. I don't know. I'm not saying 9/11 was a conspiracy or not.
No, yeah.
But I'm saying that at the very least, don't let don't let a good catastrophe go to waste.
It's not funny, but
it's fucking funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, look at Haiti. Okay, so look at fucking Haiti. No one's gonna give aid for free. They need to make sure that they can make money off of that, and they did a lot of money off of that. Haiti wasn't helped out of the goodness of politicians' hearts. Stop being simple. They did it to get money from them. The reason I say all this isn't just to depress you, although I do enjoy that. But the reason I say this is it's a step towards being more real with yourself, and being more real with the world around you, and that is the first step. That's a form of acceptance in my mind. That's the first step to getting a higher collective consciousness. We're not going to get there if we let all this shit that's happening continue to fucking happen.
Yeah.
You want to fucking, okay. When a tribe, if you, let's do a scale, 1 to 10 in strength levels, right? Overall, like, population, economic strength levels. Diddy, how strong on a scale of 1 to 10 would you say a group of 5 Neanderthals are economically?
Probably like 1.
Okay. What about a tribe of 40, 50, maybe a tribe of 100 Homo sapiens in the Stone Age?
Yeah, that's like a 4, maybe 3, 4.
Yeah, you're shooting a little high there, but yeah. Okay, so what about an entire nation? What about Sweden in 1980?
Yeah,
pretty good,
7,
right? Yeah. What about the world, the whole globe, everybody unified all at once? What economic power is that?
Yeah.
That's fucking capped out, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Then we can leave. We can go find other shit. We can go, if you want to fight somebody, aliens. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? How about we just kind of control this thing here? And if you want to get bigger, take it over. We haven't taken shit over here.
Yeah.
We're all tribes. We're all just big tribes. Russia is its own tribe. Germany, own tribe. Sweden, tribe. Tribe. Australia, tribe. England, tribe. All these places are all tribes of. We all should be in one. And this is not realistically going to happen. I'm not stupid, but I am, but not. I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. But if we don't if we don't take the entire planet for under one tribe, I'm not even saying a flag, but like one tribe, one group, we're not going to get off of it, and we're not going to live. It's going to shove us off before we fucking...
Yeah, it's going to be too late. Yo, I feel what you're saying, man. It was like, basically, bro, we need to stop waiting for disasters and catastrophes to unify
us,
or fake unify,
Yeah.
And then everybody now, coronavirus, everyone wants to unify. Remember Ronald Reagan, he gave that speech, bro, talking about like
aliens.
We got to stop. Wait, why does something like that have to happen?
Yeah.
You know
what's funny about that is that almost every major technological advance has happened during a time of war. Isn't that crazy? Like, no one has that means that we have the ability but not the motivation.
That's
GPS was created during war.
Wow.
You have the ability right then, but no fucking, no motivation. Same thing with nukes. Nuclear power in general was created not for what we use it for now. I mean, nuclear stuff is used for more than just bombs, but that was the initial purpose. Everybody was like, I want to fucking blow them up really big, and then let's make a nuke, split an atom, done, right? Following that, they're like, fuck, well, this is some limitless, free, efficient fucking power. Let's put it in submarines. Let's put it in ships. Let's put it in more military bullshit. But why aren't we fueling our cars? Why aren't we fueling our homes? Why the fuck are we using dinosaur bones?
Dang, that's so funny, bro, because even that, bro, like, we use the geniuses of that time, bro. Richard Feynman, Einstein, Oppenheimer, all those smart dudes that could have made the world, did something, positive for it. Yeah. We exploited that knowledge, and
or assassinated them and took it. You know what I'm talking about? I fucking swear to God that dude was assassinated.
He was. I think so.
Tesla?
Yeah. I think
so,
bro.
Tesla was too good of a person. I'm surprised Elon Musk is still alive, being real with you.
Yeah.
How the fuck is he alive? Anyways, we're at our limit, Diddy. Unless you have a topic you want to drop on him.
No, bro. I like that. I thought this was a good one. This was a good one, man.
Yeah, I think it's important, though. Guys, the main thing that I think we both can agree that we want to push on this one is open your mind up. Don't allow what you see on social media to be your master. Shoot your master. Delete the fucking app. Whatever you need to do, whatever step you feel to do is fine, as long as you're taking a step.
Yeah, it's what you said earlier too, bro. It's all that stuff's a tool. Social media, the internet itself, like, so use it. Don't let it use you and take over your mind.
Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and dip. I hope y'all hear Diddy's advertisement in here somewhere because it's so funny. It's so funny, dude. He's like stumbling over his lip size.
I tried, yo. I tried.
All right, see y'all later. Hey, before you go, do all the things that you gotta like, you gotta comment, you gotta subscribe, and you have to hit a little bell because apparently it doesn't it doesn't alert you if you don't hit the stupid bell. So do those things, please. Visit our Patreon, where we have the audio copy on Spotify and on Anchor. Fuck, it's all over the place. Just Google the shit and it'll come up, I'm sure. But I'll leave it all linked. Y'all have fun.